Welcome to Wisdom of the World. Today I'm going to tell the story from Japan. It's about when your situation seems hopeless. It is called The Wife's Portrait, and it goes like this. Once upon a time, a long time ago, in Japan, there was a farmer named Gombei. He was not very smart, and he turned 30, he turned 40. Nobody wanted to marry him. Then one day, a beautiful woman came and knocked on the door of his hut and said, "Can I please spend the night here tonight?" And Gombei said, "Yeah, okay, sure." And so she came in. And then as nighttime fell, she said to him, "I'm all alone in this world, and so are you. Let us be together. Let us get married." And Gombei, totally surprised, said, "Yes, okay." So they got married. Now Gombei was very distracted by his wife's presence. For example, when he was making shoes from straw, he would just look at her and just the shoes became so long nobody could wear them. Or when he was making straw raincoats, he just kept looking at her and the raincoats would be so long that he could not sell them. Or when he was working out in the field, he would dig one furrow. And then he wondered how his wife was doing. So he would run back home, look at her to see whether she was okay, and then go back to work. Maybe again for the duration of one more furrow. In that way, he really couldn't get much done in a day. So his wife went to a painter and had a portrait painted of her and gave it to him. And she said, "This is just like me, looks like me. Just hang it on a tree in the field where you work. You can look at it as much as you want to." And from that day on, Gombei could do his work. It was fine. Then one day, a strong wind came, and it pulled up the portrait painting. And Gombei was all upset and ran back home to his wife, and his wife said, "Don't worry, I can get another one made." And that portrait got carried by the wind and it fell down in the garden of the lord of the province. This is Japan. Those lords decided about any life and death. So this lord saw that painting and he said, "That is such a beautiful woman. If this thing has been painted, she must exist." And so he told his people, said, "Please go and ask around, find her and bring her back to me. I want to marry her." And so his people went and searched all the villages and finally came to the village of Gombei. And they asked, "Do you know this woman?" And they said, "Yeah, she's the wife of Gombei." So they went to his hut. And they said, "Our Lord has commissioned us to bring her home with us." And she resisted. She says, No, you can't do this." And she started crying and he started crying too. But there was nothing they could do. And she said to Gombei, she said, "When the end of the year comes, please come and sell some of our pine trees at the gates, then we can meet again." And so soon the end of the year came, and Gombei put a few pine trees, young pine trees, on his back and went to the castle. And in front of the gate, he said, "Gate pines for sale, gate pines for sale." And when the wife of Gombe heard his voice, she immediately started laughing. And the Lord was so happy because she had never ever expressed any joy or was laughing ever. This was the first time. And so he said to his people, "Please ask this guy to come in." And when Gombe with the pine trees came in, and she laughed again. She was happy. And then the Lord said, "Oh, if this makes her happy, then maybe I should dress up like him." So he put his clothes on him, on Gombe, and he took Gombe's dirty rags and started to jump around with the pine trees on his back. And the wife laughed. She thought that was really funny. And then he said, "Oh, I'm going to be just like him." So he ran out of the castle with the pines on his back and started to dance around. "Pines for sale, gate pines for sale." And as soon as he was out of the gate, the wife ordered the people to lock the gate. Not only close it, lock it. And so after a while, he came back and he says, "The Lord is outside." He banged on the gates. He banged on the gates. But no one would let him in. And inside, Gombe and his wife, surrounded by servants, enjoyed peace and luxury till the end of their days. If you have comments on this story or suggestions for another one, do let me know. Thank you.